All right, so first of all, I had the hardest time installing this software. It requires you to go, I wish I had videotaped this. It requires, it pops up where it does something in terminal, which I would suspect most Mac users are not familiar with. And then you put in your password and it installs something in the system. And then you fire up the program and it tells you, this system extension blocked, so you can't use the printer basically. So then you got to go into security, this long list of things to find at the very bottom, enable this extension or override, or I can't remember what it was. It'll have you looking everywhere, and there's no help online. So I finally get this going, and it also crashes, by the way, just randomly. So I get this thing going, and the first thing you're greeted with is a virtual. It says label writer printer virtual. So you're like, okay, let me try some stuff. So you try some text, and then you can do this. It's very intuitive, right? You can drag it anywhere you want, and maybe you want to add some more or a shape. You can do this. You can add it under. You can do anything you want. And it gives you the impression that this thing has more capability than it does. You can do this. You can add whatever you want. It's very nice. Basically, it gives you the impression you can do something like this manually. And this is from their manual for the software itself, I think. Okay, so then what happens is you turn on your printer, or you even connect it physically, but you can't print this. It'll say printer not connected because you're in the virtual printer. Okay, so great. I'll save it. And then I will make a new label. I will choose the label printer. No, I want to open, choose my printer, boom, open, printer mismatch, will not compatible with currently selected printer, select a compatible printer. Well, okay, so I can't print, you can't do that. So here's what you get with, like, I mean, you can do templates. All this does, it doesn't give you any more capability. It only just gives you control on the desktop for the same exact functions in the printer, which is really disappointing. You can't even do, like, let's do a simple, okay. All right, so we're gonna do text. I wanna make this a manual. If you do auto, it will fill the label. So let's say I do 12 point. Oh, look, it gives me layout options. All right, great. I can't make this box any smaller. So what happens when you want graphic? Let's see. Say you want a graphic. Let's make this smaller. Cannot make it smaller. There we go. All right. So what if I want this under there? I can't do it. This is the most ridiculous. This is the silliest. Like, what do you? You're so limited on layout. You might as well just do this in the printer. I mean, the desktop experience is so frustrating. It gives you the impression that there's more to this label printer than there actually is. Find one that allows more flexibility with the layout. This has just been an incredibly frustrating experience. But once it's finally connected. And then here's another thing. I had the printer on. It was connected. It times out in like 30 seconds or a minute. So then you got to turn it back on. Let's see if it connects. There, it's connected. When you're plugged into USB charger, it seems to only charge when it's connected to the computer. I've connected this to a PD charger, a higher power charger, and then a regular low power charger that's not that's just on a wall plug, and it's not charging. And it only charges when this thing is plugged into the computer. That's the only time I see it going into charge mode, and then it doesn't tell you what's actually happening. It just blanks the screen. It's really clunky, really awful. It's like two completely different products just being smashed together and shipped out the door. It's been a really disappointing experience, but I'm connected. Let's go ahead and do demonstration of that. So there you go. If you want the most basic labels and you want to be able to punch them out on your computer after a bunch of difficulty getting it installed and working, and maybe it crashes and maybe it doesn't, then I guess this is your printer. But if you want flexibility and layout and stuff, and you don't want something that can only give you, like, you know, stuff in a line, you can do multi-line text only if you size it down and hit return, but multi-line graphics and stuff, no, you can't do that.
Oh,
Dove stai?
qua.
Lui fuori,